actual class in Israel. Listen to what the kids say, but more so, look at the expressions and the reactions of the adults in this video.
כשאני אומרת לכם ירושלים, מה עובר לכם בראש? מה זה ירושלים? בית המקדש.
כותל. מה עוד?
מי מאמין שבית המקדש ייבנה בשנים הקרובות? מה יש שם עכשיו על בית המקדש? אז מה יקרה עם המסגד? יישבר? אם מכן פגש בשנה האחרונה ילד ערבי?
איפה פגשת ילד ערבי? ליד הכותל.
ודיברת איתו?
לא, הוא דחף אותי, אבל לא...
ומה קורה כשאתם רואים ילד ערבי? מה אתם מרגישים?
פשוט זעם.
זעם? מה קורה כשאתם פוגשים ילד חילוני? למה אתה מרחם עליו שלא נולד חרדי? מה הוא מפסיד?
הוא לא הולך לדבר חרדי.
כשאתם חושבים על ירושלים בעוד 10 שנים, כולם חרדים?
לא כולם חרדים, חלק חרדים.
כולם יהודים, ויש גם ערבים שהם עובדים.
כי המשיח, הבנתי, כן, מה אתה אומר?
שמלחמה, כל הערבים ימותו, וחלק מהם יהיו עבדים.
קיבלת את כל הסיפור שלך. תודה רבה. תודה רבה. תמשיכו להצליח ולראות כאן בהמשך.
I've heard so many people say that real change can never come.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone. And such as rest doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. And man, yeah, so multiple videos can be done from this clip that we just seen. In fact, let me grab one precept. Now, this ain't necessarily the topic of this video, but I do want to grab this. This is Joel 3, and 16. The Lord also shall rod of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of his and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall you know that I am Yahweh, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. So when the real Israelites get their land back, it says the strangers won't pass through her anymore. So when the Israelites in the land, it won't be no conversations about some other nation occupying part of the land. They got their religious bullshit in the land. That's not going to happen, man. All right? But the point I want to grab, and I'm going to address, I want to mention a man named who I ain't been mentioned in a minute. But Vocab Malone supports the state of Israel. He supports the Jewish people. He's made that clear. He never speaks against them. All right? But he comes against us when they're saying the same, on one level, similar to what we say, because it's scripture. But he would never speak against them in that case, because he's set up to come against the true children of Israel. All right? That's why Peter... Oh, man, I thought I was in the recording almost. That's why Peter says this, man. 2 Peter 2 and 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there should be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them. And he not Israelite, so the Lord ain't by him, but we're going to keep going. And bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. That's the point. All right? By many... All right, many shall follow their pernicious ways, and it says the truth shall be evil spoken of. All right, so these people are set to come against the truth, point blank, period. But what did that child say? Now they specified the Arabs, all right, just because they're not the true children of Israel anyway. They specified only the Arabs and said some will be put to death, and then the rest enslaved. And the response was, because the Messiah will come. Because when our Lord comes, what comes with it? All right, the nation of Israel being placed on top, and you heathens going into subjection to the nation of Israel. Point blank, period, man. Point blank, period. So let's get some precepts on that, man. Because you heathens will be under us, man. And let's start with this one. Oh. Shall perish. There's Isaiah 60. Let's get to the point, verse 10. And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. So that's how low they're going to be brought. Their kings, the rulers of these different countries, they're going to be our servants, man. For my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles. So their resources, man. And that their kings may be brought, so even of their people, all right? They're going to be our servants. 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. I'm going to keep going. That's plain, right? The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Which ties into the first person we brought up, because when the children of Israel get the land, all these other nations are going to understand how blessed. All the nations will see the glory of the children of Israel and worship and follow and serve that nation, man. All right? And realistically, the scripture is manifold, but this is really going to after the 1,000 years of that hardcore slavery, because that's where we're going to get the resources from their lands. Because before that, hey, we're going to slap hardcore bondage on the nations, man. Hardcore bondage. It ain't going to be just bringing in a portion of resources and all that. No, you're going to get ruled with a rod of iron. We're going to be on your back, man. Now, it applies in general, but we're going to be on your ass that first 1,000 years, man. This this Psalms 2. Let's start at Psalms, because what they say, because the Messiah be here. Well, this Psalms 2 and verse we'll get to the point 7. 6. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So here it is. The Lord has promised his son to rule over these heathens, man. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessels, and rule over them vigorously, man. Like, just really rule over them, man. All right? Breaking them. These heathens are not going to be able to continue to do all this weird shit they on right now, man. All right? Wickedness will not be the norm in the world anymore, man. No, they're going to be broken to submission. All right? And the Lord has promised that to his children. Not just to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said you're joint heirs. Hey, this is Revelation 2:25. But that which you have already hold fast till I come. He that overcometh and keepeth my works to the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall be broken to shivers, even as I received in my Father. So, and that's plain. So, as a pattern, as a Salakia, as a vessel of potter. So, you take a clay pot, you break it with a stick. It's gonna crumble, man. You can beat it to dust. That's how we're gonna do the heathens, man. Slavery is coming back in a big way, man. Because that's justice and judgment. And furthermore, that's the inheritance that was given to the nation of Israel anyway. Now, the first 1,000 years, it got to be, rough. They got to get a recompense. This is Revelation 13. And 10. 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So the first 1,000 years is going to be rough slavery because they got to get paid back what they've done to us. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, life for life, stripe for stripe. They got to get that paid back. And then after that, they'll go to their lands and still be under us. We're still a rule over them. They're going to bring us the forces of the Gentiles. They're going to bring us their resources. All right? But first, they got to go through this hardcore slavery, man. This is Jeremiah. Hold on. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget the Genesis 27. And then, Lord willing, I hit the Genesis. I'll remember to get the numbers. Genesis, Numbers, and the Jeremiah. What? Yeah, this is good. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30. We're going to hit verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. And we see that we, as the nation of Israel, we've been scattered. That's our judgment. We're going under the curses. All right, but the Lord says he's going to bring a full end to these nations. And they're going to be utterly broken down. And even when they're done with their hardcore slavery, all right, they won't reach the status that we're going to have, man. No. They will forever be in subjection to us. And who are the nations talking about? Verse 16. Therefore all they devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So we're going to rule over our rulers, man. And it said we've been scattered under all the four corners of the earth. North, south, east, and west. We're everywhere. All right? So we're going to rule over the entire planet, the entire population. And for a period of time, it's going to be rough. Because it's been rough for us, man. All right? It's been rough for us. We're going to give you the double. What's that, Amos? This is Amos 9. This is tough. This is Amos 9 and 13. Behold, the days come, saith the Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, all the hills shall melt. So like Yahweh said, the last shall be first, the first shall be last. So us at the bottom, all right, the working class, we're going to overtake the ruler class, man. All right? We shall possess our possessors. All right? And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste city. So when Israel get the land back, we're going to be coming out of a captivity. See, you simple niggas think that we're not in captivity now. What happened? We were captured as a people, and we're still here in the place we were captured. All right? Saying we're free is like saying the gorilla in the fucking zoo is free. All right, because he has his own he has his own space inside of the cage. He's captive. And they shall build the waste cities, and we know who's going to build them. We just read it, the strangers. All right, and that's why I said that Isaiah's manifold, because it's going through what's going to happen when we get our land. The heathen's going to build, and then even after 1,000 years, they're going to bring us tribute. Our gates are going to be open for them to do so. Right? And inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, drink wine thereof. They shall also make gardens, eat the fruit of them. Wait a minute, you can't even do this in the land of Israel right now. They have to set up irrigation systems and shit because the land isn't yielding this increase to them like that. Meanwhile, they still have strangers because they're not the children of Israel. Okay? But they said something similar to what we say. And there's no outrage about it. Vocab don't mention them. Oh, no, they said they're going into slavery. Well, they saying the same thing because the Bible says you heathens will be in subjection to the nation of Israel, man. It just is what it is. And actually, you're going to enjoy it. After the 1,000 years of roughness, you're going to enjoy it. All right? Proverbs 29:2, because we're going to rule righteously. You're going to get your land back. You're going to get to enjoy your land. You're not going to have to worry about us setting up navies and military bases going to fuck the land up and pollute the land. All right, and just destroy your resources and completely use them up. You're not going to have to worry about that. Us pushing wickedness on you, sodomy, and you turning your women into whores. You're not going to have to worry about that like you do with the West running the world. Okay? And I will plant them upon their land, and they should no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, said the Yahweh thy power. So the Lord is going to place us in our land. All right? The Lord is going to put us over you nations. Okay? It's another one. You know what? I know how to do. This will tell me. It's Zechariah, I think. Dang. I always find it the same way. Zechariah 2:9. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. Let me start up. Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith the Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, who have not partaken in our spoil, like it says in Maccabees. Psalms 83. All right, the heathens came together to take us down and make sure we don't know who we are. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that Yahweh of hosts have sent me. All right, so right now we're at the bottom, but they're going to become a spoil unto us. All right? The Lord is going to come turn this thing upside down. And that's the blessing given unto the Israelites, man. This is Genesis 27. And I'm going to get what was told to Esau. Well, let's hit this first. Verse 29. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren. Let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. So, that's set in stone. And at this point, everyone has cursed us. So, they're going to have to go through their judgment. All right? And then it plainly says that the nation's going to bow down to us. They're going to serve us. Even them that's, like it says, your brethren. So even Esau, even Ishmael, these nations that came from Abraham or came from Isaac, they not of the seed of Jacob. They're going to bow to us, man. Now let's see what the Lord told Esau. Genesis 27:37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. So we're going to have a good land, and everyone is going to serve us, man. He even said, I made him your Lord. So even Esau will be under us until we get rid of him, because Esau was not going to get their land back. That's Obadiah at the end. All right. Isaiah 14. All the other nations are going to get their land back. They're going to get rest. All the other nations are going to be able to go under their own tree. But not Esau. All right. But that was the point of that, you know. It was set in stone. This is our inheritance. This is our heritage. To rule over the nations, man. And the nations are going to be happy about it. Hey, I'm going to get this ended on this. Because after the 1,000 years of slavery, they're still going to come and learn. In a sense, they're going to come learn righteousness. They're going to come learn how to live on this earth, to enjoy earth, so it can be a paradise to them. Not where everybody's fucking oppressed across the globe. Rioting and coming up against their rulers across the globe. They're going to be happy to... Hey, this is Isaiah 2:2. And it's 2:1. You might as well start there, right? The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. So Israel will be over all the nations, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye. So they're gonna this is their own will, in a sense, you know. Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. So we're going to rule with that rod of iron. It's going to start off with rebuke. They're going to get right. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So it's going to be peace on earth. No more wars. That's a fearful sight, to hear sirens and watching bombs explode 50 feet away from you, 100 yards away from you, 3 miles away from you, not knowing if the next one going to land on you. That's a horrible existence. A nigga just got shot riding a scooter. Just riding a scooter, got lit up. That's a horrible existence. War is going to be wiped out, and violence will come to an all-time low. Because the heathens don't have the laws written in them. But as is the ruler, so is the people. So it's going to be a righteous vibration in the earth. You're going to get to enjoy your women, your women, your children, your land, fresh air. China, you're not going to have to take America's trash anymore. Like literal trash. Like they're paid to take the shit from America. Like that's crazy. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Because it's a righteous vibration, it's less drought, less famine. It'll be no need for it. It will be no need for those type of punishments as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do as a nation and serving us. Which will allow for the heathens to finally be happy on earth. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Ba'asham Kakorash. Double honor to the apostle of the great millstone. And start teaching brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom while Baba Ball.